Hello, thank you for joining us today. Today's webinar is going to be how can we benefit your not-for-profit organization, utilizing cloud services. We will just wait a few moments, let a couple other people jump in, and then we'll get started. Again, thank you for joining the call. My name is Michelle Olson. I have been in cloud services for about 13 years. Lots of changes through the years of cloud services. Started back in the day as application service provider, prevalent in the industry today as known as cloud services. Little housekeeping real quick here. If you have any questions, please hit the little yellow button on the webinar. We will answer your questions. We'll unmute you and allow you to ask those questions. Also, you can also type in a question, and we have somebody on the call as well to help us monitor those questions. And I think it'd be really good for the conversation. Keep the flow going. Maybe if you have the question, somebody else on the question. So be engaged and ask anything. Otherwise, we will also have some time at the end to ask a couple questions as well. I am always available for you if you ever have any questions to email me or give me a phone call. I love the subject, being able to help you, so feel free to contact me at any time. My contact information will be at the end of this webinar, and also we will be sending out the slide deck to you so you can have it for future reference. I'm going to start off talking about what cloud service is and give you some more in-depth information, and then we'll get into some of the benefits. Cloud services today is really a provider giving you the service that you need through the cloud rather than having those servers on-premise for you. It's scalable. The security is so much more in-depth than you possibly could, a lot of companies could do on their own. It provides enterprise-level computing for the smaller companies and gives them access to all the e-commerce, the redundancy, disaster recovery plans, and things like that. It's really great for smaller companies or companies that don't have deep pockets to be able to have that capital. The two distinct differences in the cloud is private cloud versus public cloud. I like to reference the private cloud as like owning a condo. It's yours. You really own the infrastructure of that building, but it's at the same time you have the decisions to be able to make on how you lead in that fashion. When you want to upgrade, that's when everything else gets upgraded, or if you want to add in other third-party products. A public cloud like CRM Online or Office 365 or ADP, these are products that when the provider tells you that they're going to upgrade, everything gets upgraded at the same time. It's more of an apartment type complex. When they want to change the stove or the refrigerator, that's when they're coming in and saying that it's time to do those types of things. So private cloud is like a condo. Public cloud is your apartment type setting. Our Associates is a private cloud model, and we have the ability to be able to get other third-party products, whatever ERP you're looking for. Our source today is Microsoft Dynamics or the Sage product lines. So if you're interested, feel free to reach out and ask us about our pricing models. The two licensing models in the cloud world today is infrastructure as a service. It's where you bring your own licensing to the table. Or the other, more common, is software as a service for a cloud. And this is where you're leasing that license on a monthly basis. What's great about both is you can still get that pay-per-user fee on a monthly basis, but then it's just the software licenses and how you decide if you want to own them. And you can do the capital expenditure through your books, or if you just want that monthly fee that comes in recurring. Each model is available through Associates today. I do want to mention that not all third-party products are available through the software as a service. So if you have something in mind for your business line, get it on a monthly basis. They will set up some type of, you pay for it up front, and then you can still install it in the cloud world. Some examples of cloud services, very common, there's like Dropbox, where you can put your photos and things to the cloud. A lot of times they're free. Online banking, which a lot of us use today, is considered a cloud service. The school portal, in which I use for my kids, same type of scenario where there's a server up in the cloud and all the information is held there securely, and we're able to utilize the cloud. Financial applications has really taken off through the years that I've been a part of this. You can have the redundancy. You can have your workers come in and log in from anywhere. When you're working with your customers, they also can have access into, say, a collaboration portal for document management. There's lots of great tools out there today for cloud. One very common is you log in, you can process your payroll through their cloud service offering. And that is an example, as I said before, as a public cloud. For some document collaboration, Office 365 is really great for not-for-profits. There's some really great pricing that we'll talk about in here in a little bit. The big picture for the not-for-profits, for me in my mind, is letting you get back to the mission and what your business is based on. This can actually be for any other business as well, but what I've seen through the years with the not-for-profits is they have this or access where we need people to be able to come into the system, being able to have the events that you have, are able to be mobile and bring your IT environment to a location where you're having your big event, and then scale back down when you're not having that event, I think is very crucial for the not-for-profit world. Everything can be mobile, expand and contract as needed for the environment that you're trying to create. We do also become an extension to your team, so you can rely on us to be able to manage their support. It also saves on cost to be able to have infrastructure in-house because we have managing on our side, again, monthly recurring fee where you don't have to worry about the costs that could come up during those events. Here's some key information here, getting back to focusing on your mission. I thought this was a very valuable slide to be able to talk about what the industry is really looking at for the not-for-profit. You really are being able to do that real-time data. You don't have to worry about traveling back and forth in between from one server to another. Everything is provided for you in the cloud world. You guys can really focus on the programs that you want to be able to deliver for your clients. All right, some great benefits. Operating expenses, and some of the stuff we've already mentioned during the call already, but I want to hit some of the key components here. Operating expenses. You know, it's really tough for a not-for-profit to not be able to have the easy budgeting. You really want to be able to focus on that budget, and cloud really brings that to the table for you because you pay as you go. It's predictable monthly fees. You know, you don't have to have the capital expenditure across your books if you don't have that big capital that comes in from investors and whatnot. You can really focus on the monthly fee, adding and removing users on a monthly basis. Disaster recovery is really important because you want to make sure that you have copies of your data. It's very important for your business to be able to keep this. You know, if you had a disaster at the location or the servers under your desk and it fails, you really need to be able to keep it going for your business. Cloud Services provides that disaster recovery plan. And how long can you be down? Tragedy. This is also very crucial too. I know my dentist office, I had one of their PCs stolen, and it had all their client data on it. And I always think about that when it comes to the cloud because they didn't have any backups of their environment. They just assumed that that PC would always be available to them. And lo and behold, they've actually changed over to the cloud. But it's just so crucial to be able to make sure that you have proper backup, even if you have it in-house, putting it to disk or tape. It's still very important to be able to have that backup somewhere in case of disaster at your location. Do you have compliance requirements? HIPAA and SOX is two very crucial, but also if you have auditors that come in and need to manage and look at your systems, we are able to provide you with an SSAE, which 9 times out of 10, when you hand this audit report over to the auditors, it's a checkbox and it's done because that piece has already been done by a third-party auditor. It saves on time and money for your staff, so you don't have to have the people dedicated to this audit time frame. By handing over this SSAE that comes with a majority of the cloud providers, you'd be able to have that checkbox and not have to worry about it any further. Staffing, being able to work from home. Real estate was a big my life earlier in regards to having a cube or an office. And staffing, being able to do the cloud, you don't have to have that expensive real estate because you can work from anywhere. You don't have to worry about having the servers in a location and utilizing expensive real estate in that realm either. As we already talked about, for infrastructure, adding, removing resources for your events. You don't have to worry about that because everything is based up in the cloud. As long as you have a PC or a laptop, you're able to get into the infrastructure and any of your applications that you're looking for. And it depends on how the security is set up or the application you're using. You'd be able to also work from a coffee shop or anywhere else that would be needed. Or from your client site, you can have the ports opened up so they can actually log in and be able to manage their accounts with you as well. Licensing and billing, we can significantly reduce your administrative tasks because you don't have to track these licenses, you don't have to worry about the annual maintenance, you don't have to worry about billing if you have other clients that you need to manage through these applications. As the cloud service, we are providing that for you. It's a huge administrative task to be able to report your licensing back through Microsoft or your Sage products. This is just a one-stop shop for us to be able to help you manage that and also have your infrastructure up to date and legal. I love also talking about the going green. It's a huge piece of the cloud world in reducing energy that's consumed by businesses. There are also tax breaks that are going to be coming down. I believe California has already instilled some of those tax breaks for utilizing data centers. If you consolidate your infrastructure and put it in a data center or are utilizing a cloud service, there's tax breaks that will be coming down the line for this. The goal is for them to, these big data centers that they have, a lot of them have empty space. They're trying to fill those data centers and have it a nice, great source for energy coming in there. A lot of them are turning over green and being able to make waves in that world. All right, CRM and Office 365 are two that I wanted to point out because I've recently been involved with some of the pricing models. Microsoft themselves offer a low cost for nonprofit organizations. Some of the pricing that I've seen is as low as $9.99 for the CRM Online. And I did research recently, and the CRM Online is the most popular tool for not-for-profits. It's a really great program to be a part of. There's more information. I do have a link on a couple slides later to be able to talk to that. Office 365 is really growing in popularity. I have seen where it can be free for some nonprofits and also limited costs. And in this Office 365, they have the collaboration, the SharePoint, email, the Office tools like Word and Excel. It's just a really great product offering, and if you have the ability to, or the need for this, I think it is really something that you should be looking into. The minimal cost for this is just a business tool between you and your client and your business. Associates ourselves, we can help you work that. So if you're interested in either of these products, reach out to me and I can help you get at least some preliminary pricing or more information on it. So Microsoft's site, they have a very nice link out there with all the details that they have. They have some videos and talking about not-for-profits, finding out how you're to be eligible for these programs, what's available for training. They also have a number of donations that then offer to the clients. I think it's just a really great program. They really dedicate themselves, and the value that you can get for your own business, it's worth definitely looking into. Sage also has a not-profits link. Have a number of products on their website that directly already has the costs in that pricing model versus Microsoft. You have to submit some paperwork to be able to get the appropriate pricing for your company. Sage does a really good job of also being able to show what those costs are right away and some value right there link as well. I've also provided some links to success stories. Socius has a number of case studies out there for nonprofits. If you could please take some time to look at that and see how we can help you in your business. Microsoft here and as well as Sage both have success stories on how they can help with the business line. All right. We have a few minutes left here for some questions. I would love to be able to answer them for you. My name, again, is Michelle Olson. I'm the Cloud Services Manager here at Socius and love speaking about cloud and finding a way to help our clients.
Looks like we don't have any questions yet, Michelle, but if you want to remind them how to submit those questions, I think a few people jumped on later in the call.
Sure, no problem. All right, over on the left-hand side, you should have the ability to have a little yellow hand. I will go back here. So if you'd like to raise your hand, we can unmute your line or submit the question down below, and we will also reply back to your question. All right. Well, thank you everybody for your time. Hopefully you received some valuable information. Feel free to reach out to me with any questions you have. We can get pricing over to you. Any types of questions in regards to consulting, contact Socius here, and we will be glad to help you.